incredible range of different types of players. So we have someone like Michael Manring, who's an incredible technician. We have Susie Quattro, who's been a sort of very famous bassist and vocalist and had a very, very long career. And you walk through the thing, there's lots of different guys, different styles, different techniques, all these things. But for me, one of the most important things a musician can have is a signature sound. Something that's recognizable about them, that you can, I mean, I remember growing up and you turn on the radio and it didn't take a very long time for me to realize, I didn't know who he was at the time, but I realized I was listening to Peter Hook, because he instantly has a sound, a style, a way of playing that is purely him. And I'm sure all you guys would agree with that. You don't often listen, or sorry, if it's not him, it's someone trying to do an impression of him. But we're going to get a really nice opportunity today to sit here. I'm going to have a little chat with him and then open up the floor to questions, and you guys can poke around in his head a little bit as well. So without further ado, please make a huge noise for Peter Hook. You looked very serious for about a second there.
No, I'm fine.
So, we're going to talk about bass, we're going to talk about music, we're going to talk about life, the whole thing.
We haven't got long enough, mate.
Let's crack on. So, for those of us in the audience who don't know, let's talk a little bit about your formative years when you first started getting into music. Are you from a musical family?
No, not at all.
And so how, was it an act of teenage rebellion for you to go to us?
No, well, I suppose it was, as it turned out. I went to see the Sex Pistols play with my mate, Barney, and when we saw them play, it was like somebody opening a door in a darkened room, and you saw the way out, and it was just like that, and there was no thought. Neither of us had played before, and we just thought, right, that's it, we're in a group. And I walked out of the Sex Pistols gig a musician. And I didn't know what kind of musician, because I didn't have a clue. So I said to Barney, I said, well, what should I do? And he went, well, I've got a guitar, why don't you play bass? And I went, right, that's what I'll do, I'll play bass. And I went to the shop the next day, and I said to the guy, can I have a bass? I actually said, can I have a guitar? And he went, guitar, what kind of guitar? And I went, a bass guitar. And he went, how about this one? I said, that'll do. And I got a £35 copy of a Gibson Les Paul bass, and that was it. And I took it home, didn't know what to do with it. Like that, my dad said, you idiot. The next day I had to go back to town to buy a book on how to play bass guitar, which was the Palmer Hughes book of bass guitar. And the reason I bought that one was because it had stickers on that you put on the bass, and it showed you where the notes were, which I thought was really cool. Unfortunately, once you'd sweated through a few gigs, they disappeared and you were more or less on your own then. So yeah, I mean, I learned the hard way. I just was in a group, and the hunger